Alright, also look. Ooh, welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're gonna be discussing UFC 312 and some recent qualms that I've got with the second half of the February 8th main event, as well as the former middleweight champion of the world, Sean Strickland, and the recent post that he shared on social media that's kinda got me wondering. Is Sean Strickland copping a plea and scared to take on Dricus du Plessis? And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 2,000 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look. With UFC 311 now in the rear view, and UFC 312 now steadily approaching upon us, there's been a bit of a back and forth on social media between the two athletes scheduled to headline the February 8th UFC 312 main event. Those being the former middleweight champion of the world, Sean Strickland, and the current undisputed middleweight champion of the world, the one and only Dricus du Plessis. And in the recent post made by Sean Strickland on the X, formerly known as Twitter, it kind of seems to me that Strickland's copping a plea. Let's take a look.
Dutchman, I'm gonna need you to be a man. I'm gonna need you to stand up, not go to your knees, and we're gonna need to strike like men. I know you like to wrestle and you like to choke people out and do some dude, but I'll make a pact with you, you make a pact with me that we stand up like men and we settle this like men.
Like, dog, you cannot sit there and watch that with a straight face and tell me that Sean Strickland ain't copping a plea deal. You can't tell me that Sean Strickland isn't scared that Dricus du Plessis will beat him for a second time while using a complete mixed martial arts skill set. So in turn, he wants to remove the mixed aspect of mixed martial arts and turn this fight into an old-fashioned boxing match with kicks. Hey, newsflash, Shiny boy, it's called mixed martial arts for a reason, and now that I think about it, Shiny boy, I don't think it's very American of you to take away Dricus' right to crotch sniff. I mean, it is very traditional for the du Plessis, but I digress. But like, it's super funny to me when MMA fighters like Sean Strickland are like, be a man, stand and bang and trade punches when, dog, what are you talking about? This is mixed martial arts, and if you want to stand and bang and be a man so much, then you're in the wrong sport. Go to boxing and take on the Arter Better Viabs or the Gilberto Ramirez's of the world, and I promise you that they won't shoot for your legs and start sniffing your crotch and would happily oblige to being a man and standing and banging. But don't get booked for a rematch with Dricus du Plessis, the undisputed current middleweight champion of the world, and tell him to not go for your legs and go for a takedown. Like, come on, Strickland. It's giving very much unpatriotic. And what makes it even crazier is that this is the same cat that would talk all that talk about standing and banging and being a man and a warrior and such, just to go out there on fight night, spam the jab straight alongside the back leg teep for 25 straight minutes. And then when it looks like he's winning a decision, we'll start yelling in your face and maybe throw the occasional flying kick or overhand or something. But don't get it twisted, I actually don't dislike Sean Strickland whatsoever, or his style of fighting either. I think it's a very smart as well as a very effective way to turn your regular everyday fundamentals into world-class champion-slaying weapons. But don't make being a warrior badass with Petr Yan and Ilya El Matador Topuria level boxing technicality your entire shtick, when you display the complete opposite on fight night. But with all the rambling aside, how will Dricus du Plessis fare in a rematch against Sean Strickland? And, you know, if you ask me, I think that he does a lot better than when he did when they initially squared off. And I think that Sean's really only now getting hip to that fact. That's why he told Dricus to nerf himself and not shoot or go for a takedown in the Twitter post. I think Sean Strickland's biggest challenge going into this rematch against DDP is his predictable approach that he brings to the octagon. He sticks to his go-to strategy and rarely strays away from it. His game plan mainly centers around staying at range with the Philly shell and working the jab as well as the 1-2 combos and keeping his opponents at bay with the teep kicks. Where in contrast, Dricus du Plessis, in my opinion, is far more versatile and is consistently evolving between fights, regardless of his unorthodox, cartoony-like fighting style. Like for instance, during his initial bout with Sean Strickland, he mixed together a combo of the wrestling with the body shots as well as the kicking game to keep Sean guessing, which thus made him open for the strikes to connect. And in his UFC 304 bout with Israel Adesanya, Dricus showcased a lot of well-timed blitzes and used Izzy's ground game liability to his advantage, which led to the famous submission finish. And so, this time around, I believe that Dricus du Plessis' grappling confidence should give him the edge, especially after Sean specifically told him not to attempt it. And this time, I anticipate that he'll dominate even more with the obvious superior ground control and maybe with a sprinkle of ground and pound here and there, and more likely than not, fish for several submission attempts, especially after his fight with Israel Adesanya. That is why, for my early pre-fight prediction, I'm going to be going with Dricus still knocks du Plessis by either unanimous decision or 4th to 5th round submission over Sean Strickland in their rematch. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your guys' thoughts on Sean Strickland on X telling Dricus to only stand and bang with him and not engage on the ground whatsoever? Is it giving scary and Dricus is copping a plea deal, or Strickland's just trying to abide by the shtick of being a warrior and a man? Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.